Hello, welcome back. This is episode 5. Is it episode 5? No, it's episode 6. Episode 6 of the April 2021 edition of The Light, a free online truth paper available at thelightpaper.co.uk. So this is page 5 and episode 6 of videos. And the article I'm going to be reading is entitled The COVID 1984 Act, and it's written by The People's Brexit. All the focus is put on the Coronavirus Act 2020, but in many ways this is to distract us from how they are really making these laws that are dictating every aspect of our lives. We are led to believe that it is the Coronavirus Act that is the cause of all these new laws, creating all this misery in our lives, and it is this that the MPs vote on every 6 months. However, all these laws just sail through Parliament without debate or scrutiny, totally independent of the Coronavirus Act, and are just rubber stamped. It also gives the illusion of these laws being legitimate, as people are deceived into thinking they are being made in the normal parliamentary way. So how is this possible? The answer to this is the little-known fact that this government of occupation is abusing the law and using an act from 1984, yes, really, as an enabling act to control and ruin every aspect of our lives. An enabling act is what Hitler used in 1933 to take ultimate control of Germany and the German people. In fact, he needed 2 to reach his aim. But Johnson, Hancock and their cronies are achieving everything they want with just the 1. Whilst the Coronavirus Act 2020 is important to the government for aspects of manipulation and control, and also as a smokescreen, the real power lies in the use of the Public Health Control of Disease Act 1984. Using Section 45 of this 1984 Act, which, conveniently, was rewritten in 2008 before the so-called swine flu pandemic of 2009 to facilitate unlimited government powers, Hancock or any other minister can literally immediately make any law they like without any public debate or parliamentary scrutiny. This is done by claiming it is in response to a serious and imminent threat to public health. It is also fraudulent to keep passing continual legislation on this basis when it is clearly a lie. Another big deception is the pretense that there is a state of emergency in the UK when there is not. If a government declared an official state of emergency, as they should have done, this would have triggered the Civil Contingencies Act 2004, which would have 1. Protected and respected our human rights, 2. Made Parliament, not individual ministers, responsible for any new laws. 3. These would be made under full parliamentary and public scrutiny. 4. They would be limited by law to 30 days and would have to be reviewed by Parliament before any renewal. 5. They would have to be proportional to any risk. And 6. Furthermore, under the CCA, legislation is supposed to be avoided and only used as a last resort. So business closures, lockdowns, mass wearing, travel bans, quarantines, the severe restriction of our rights and the ruin of our economy would never have happened. Another thing about the Civil Contingencies Act is that previous governments have spent the last 16 years claiming they were planning to use it prior to 2020, and it appears in all the numerous government pandemic planning reports, but then they completely ignore it when an actual event happens, as it does not suit the agenda. The CCA also acts in a bottom-up instead of a top-down way of resolving an emergency, and has a whole local resilience network and local scientific advisory groups that would have been mobilised in the event of its being used. Just going by this alone, if this pandemic was not a criminal, even greater power grab by the ruling billionaire class, why would you not use the CCA 2004 that was set up to protect us and our rights in an emergency, unless your real aim is the actual removal of those rights towards the end goal of totalitarianism? It is the so-called laws, at last count totalling well over 320, made under this 1984 Act, that we are currently challenging with our 2 cases against the government. It is more important than ever that people get to know about our legal action. And it then says, please share our link, which is www.crowdjustice.com/case/the-coronavirus-at-2020 /. Okay, now I'm going to skip the next article because it's not something that interests me. However, if you wish to go and read it, just go to www.thelightpaper.co.uk, go to page 5, and there's this article, Whatever Happened to Rock and Roll. Okay, see you next time. Take care of yourselves, and until then, bye-bye.